months this is going to be from now on. Haven't done my hair yet. Figured I'd do my face first. I have an interview today, which, yay, I guess. So I got to thinking because, I don't know, it's kind of random. There's a lot of people that I know, that as far as like the relationship thing goes, like they want to be in a relationship, but the point that they're at kind of in their lives is a little wonky. I kind of fall into that category of life being kind of wonky, but here's the thing, like you meet somebody and you dig them and you really like spending time with them and you're not seeing anybody else, and it's pretty much like from the outside looking in, my mouth is bleeding, that's awesome. You know, it looks like a relationship. Y'all hang out, y'all do stuff together. Whenever you go do anything, it's just you guys. You're not really, you know, without saying that you're exclusive, like, you're not talking to anybody else. You don't want to talk to anybody else. You care about that person. There's feelings. That is really weird. It's a little worrisome. Anyway, so here's my thing, is dating has gone from like, oh, I like you and I'm gonna date you and so we're together and we're not gonna see anybody else. It's just that label, automatic. But it's gone from that to, oh, we're talking. Oh, okay, cool. So like y'all are just seeing each other. Oh no, we're just talking. Okay, so if you're interested in them and you're talking to them, how is that not exclusive? Like, are you talking to anybody else? Do you want to talk to anybody else? Or are you just saying that you're just talking so that you can keep your options open? And when you meet somebody else, you can be like, oh, well, no, you know, I'm not seeing anybody. We're just talking. I got powder, like, everywhere. Or is it like putting the label on it makes it feel weird? It makes it feel too concrete? Is it... I don't understand, but I also don't really understand why we have to have a label on something for it to be, because you guys know what you are. You know, you're not seeing anybody else. You guys are happy with each other. You don't really have to have that label. Like, okay, example, like, okay, say you guys have been together forever, it's just kind of known you two you're a thing. But say you don't want to get married. Say marriage just kind of like, it's to you and your partner, it's just kind of a piece of paper. I'm totally fine with that. If you don't want to get married, don't freaking get married. But people are like, oh, well, why won't you get married? Is it like, do you not think that you're going to stay together? Do you not love each other enough to make that serious of a commitment? It's in my head, you've already made it, like, okay, say you've been together a few years. Y'all, like, your house, everything you own, everything is shared. You've already made that commitment. Just because you don't have that piece of paper from the state saying, oh, we're married now, we can file taxes married and do all of this, which granted, taxes are way better, apparently, if you get married. But you've already made that commitment. And why does it have to be so out there? Like, why can't you, it's already known between the two of you. You two are the only two in the commitment. So why does it have to be, oh, well, you know, it's not official until it's on Facebook? Why does it have to be Facebook official for me to be dating somebody? Why do I have to plaster stuff all over my social media and everything else for somebody to recognize that? I don't need that. If you trust the person and you're happy with that person, as long as you two trust each other and you know that the other one's not doing anything and not wanting to talk to anybody else, I mean, yeah, you know, I get anxious and I'm like, oh, well, you know, we're not, You know, is he my boyfriend? Are we just talking? Are we just kind of seeing what's going on? Are we, you know, you get, and anxiety is kind of a part of that too. And, you know, I guess everybody has insecurities, especially if you've been through some stuff that you don't trust so easy, like me. I don't trust people much. It's really hard for me to trust somebody in a relationship, just past experience. So you fight that knee-jerk reaction, but why does it need to be Facebook official for a relationship to be validated? I mean, is it, I don't get it. I don't understand why it's got to be, oh, well, we've been talking and we really enjoy hanging out with each other, and we do all of this great stuff together. They make me feel really good. I make them feel good. So why does it automatically have to be, boom, you're in a relationship? If you're spending your time together and doing all of those things, why does it have to be? I just don't understand it at all. Because I'm torn on it. Like, you know, everybody likes that, you know, you like the feeling when you're like, oh, he called me his girlfriend. Like, he really likes me. He wants to let everybody know that we're together and he is, you know, oh, wow, that went a little extreme. You know, that makes you feel good, that it's not like it doesn't feel like a secret, but at the same time, I don't feel like it should be a mandatory thing. I feel like dating it's one extreme or another. It's like you're either just talking and you're keeping things pretty casual and you don't want to put a label on it, or it's this or it's that, or it's like, oh, we've been talking for like 3 days and I really, really like him and, you know, it's going really well, so he's got to be my boyfriend. Why? Like, I don't understand how the label, and I know because I can't say anything. I can't because I function that way sometimes too, and it's just, so I can't be like, oh well, you know, that's stupid, because I do it too. I think a lot of us do, and that's part of why it's so predominant. But it can't just be. It has to be something, and it's so confusing. I can't even get my thoughts straight at the moment. Because, I mean, everybody likes that feeling of having the official commitment, and oh, they want to shout it from the rooftops, and oh, you know, you see the thing on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and you know, you want a guy that when you walk in the room, he smiles and, you know, she's with me. Message. You know, because it makes you feel good. It is a thing, but I don't know. I warned you that it was going to be brain vomit today. It seems like you're talking but you're not together, or you're talking but it's just the two of you and you go on dates and you spend the night with each other, and you know, from the outside looking in, you're dating, but you don't put the label on that you're dating, so you're not. It's all so just confusing. I probably shouldn't do wing. Oh, that sucked. Dang it. Whoops. Okay, yeah, by the way, to do my wings, generally what I do is I line my pen up with my nose and then I just kind of dot it on there and then I fill everything in after that. Generally a lot better than this, but I've had a lot of caffeine today, so I'm a little shaky. But I guess it's all I get in just what works for you and that person. Like, if it has to be Facebook official, be Facebook official. If y'all are gonna just kind of go with it and see what happens, that's cool too. I think the biggest part is communication. Like, if y'all could talk about it, then, I guess you're good. Because if you can be like, hey, look, I don't really have the time to contribute to a relationship. Like, there's going to be some days that I'm not going to be able to just drop everything and come hang out with you, or I'm trying to do this, or I've got this going on, or like me, I'm not in the best situation to be dating somebody right now. I'm in kind of a financial spot, and I don't want somebody to feel like they have to come in and save me because I can figure it out. I don't need, I don't need saving. I need to get back on my feet. And I mean, when did everything get so damn complicated is what I want to know. Because it's like, oh, I like this person. And then they're like, well, I'm not really looking for anything serious. It's like, okay, well, that's cool. But then, like, but, and not everybody's super upfront with that. Like, for me personally, I don't date just to date. I don't. Because then I feel like feelings get involved and somebody's going to get hurt because if it's just, oh, I just want somebody to go to dinner with, you have friends for that. You just want to go to dinner? Cool. Call your friends, go to dinner. If you want, like, for me, dating, the end result of dating somebody is finding somebody that I want to share my life with. And part of the problem with the way that I look at it is if I'm seeing somebody and it kind of becomes apparent that one or the other of us does something or is a way that, I don't want to have to live with for the rest of my life. Say, I don't like how you treat wait staff, or I don't like you chew really, really loudly, and I can't listen to you eat that way for the rest of my life when I'm 80 years old and sitting there and just ready to just explode because I can hear every bite you take. Sorry, I should have muted my phone before I started streaming. Before things get 4 years down the road and everything explodes and turns into this something way bigger than it is, then why not just be like, I like you and I enjoy your company, but I don't see this working out for me long term. I don't like to date short term, which is kind of a double-edged sword. It's great for, I feel like, nobody's time ends up wasted. Feelings still get hurt one way or another because it sucks to be like, yeah, you're cool, but you're not what I'm looking for. That always sucks to hear. I've been on the other end of that, and it sucks. Like, really bad. Good Lord. My phone makes no noise all day. All day. And then, all of a sudden, all the noises. But, I don't know. I'm not sure what to think about it. maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need a different perspective. And if somebody else has a different perspective to volunteer, that would be amazing, and I will totally listen. I'm pretty open-minded, and I like hearing other people's thoughts on things because I feel like it expands how I think. Hi, Scorpion. How are you? I feel like it expands on the way I think, and I still might not agree with you. I might still think that, but I feel like people should at least take a minute to listen. Because everybody's opinion is, it's their opinion. Sometimes you can change it, sometimes you can't, but it's a thing. And maybe I won't totally agree with what you have to say, but it might open you up to a new line of thinking, if that makes sense. I'm good. Just kind of rambling, getting ready for a job interview. So just kind of, I don't know, I was talking to a couple of friends today about relationship stuff, and it kind of triggered a video. So I really should put my phone on mute before I start streaming. Oh, I don't know. What do you think about the whole relationship thing? I don't know how long ago you started tuning in. But as far as dating just to date or dating to look for something long term. I'm just going to start. Hello. I need to figure out how to turn that off. I'm so sorry that my phone is making noises and stuff. I'll get better at this. I've only been doing this for a while. I have a job interview in about an hour and a half, so I'm trying to look nice. When I game, I do, let's see, I like, which I need to upgrade. I'm only on Xbox 360 still. I do Tomb Raider, obviously. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do too. I play both of the Tomb Raiders, the new revamps. I'm currently working on my third playthrough of Alice, The Madness Returns, which is a twisted freaking story. But I love the gameplay on it. I am still working on DMC, the revamp for the Devil May Cry. I'm kind of stuck, so hi Vault! I'm kind of stuck on DMC because I keep hitting a part that I can't beat, and then I get really mad and I turn it off for a while. And I've been really, really busy with trying to get my art stuff together and find an actual job, because starving artist isn't just a phrase. So you have to have money to be able to pay bills and buy art supplies. So that's a thing. But we'll see how that goes. Something will come up eventually. Yeah. I did Barktoberfest last weekend, I think. I'm pretty sure it was last weekend. And it was so much fun, but it was really slow. But for my first art booth setup, I sold a painting and a dream catcher. So even with it being slow, I still sold some stuff, so that was really cool. There was another one coming up, not this weekend, but next, that I wanted to do, but I'm not going to be able to, which kind of sucks. But a friend of mine said that she would be willing to put a couple of my pieces in her booth, so that's super awesome. It's like the trade-off, like I was going to give her a percentage of if anything sold. But she told me that if I would help her with the Instagram, and I'm going to teach her how to do Twitch, which, I mean, I don't even know if I'm doing it right because I'm not gaming. So, we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to get, because the the art scene in Lexington is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. And I'm finally getting some of the right connections. So that's really awesome. Which actually is kind of funny because this last art thing that I did was kind of what started this whole, and it's completely unrelated to the actual festival, but it's kind of what started this whole train of thought on how relationships and dating and stuff works now. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I don't know how many people have successfully met people from Tinder and like had it be anything other than a hookup, because it's kind of, from what I understand, it's known for just being a hookup kind of app and not like actually dating. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be so awesome because that's not too far from here. Yeah, totally. Message me and let me know. And because I think that's only a couple hours from here. Well, yeah, it's only a few hours. So, that, and like I'm trying to get a lot of my art posted on Instagram, and kind of get it out there, because I mean, it's not super hard to ship things. Internationally shipping things has been kind of a roadblock that I'm running into, because apparently locals don't dig my stuff as much, but internationally they kind of dig my stuff, so that's kind of cool. Okay, it's really cool, but I shouldn't be as nervous as I am because it's just a serving job, but I'm still nervous. Like, anxiety kind of kicks in, and it's like, oh, well, you know, blah, 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 and all the little insecurities and stuff start screaming in my head. So that's always fun. I'd rather stay home and paint, but I can't do that. All right. Well, I think that I'm about ready. I need lipstick, but thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. I've got to figure out a better setup for my camera and stuff. I finally got this one that hasn't fallen over the first time. I'm excited for that sticky star. Because I'm pretty sure that all of my other videos, the phone's fallen at least once. At least once in every single video. So this is a win. This is a total win. You guys haven't fallen in the sink. Yay! See, this is what I mean. Like, we're bonding. Like, we're growing together. Oh, the feels. Here, I gotta show you this. You gotta show you my setup, though. This is what I'm set up on right now. It's a vase and an hourglass. And then you guys are chilling, like, right here with me. Because that's a thing. Oops. Watch, I'm going to drop the phone now that I've bragged about not dropping it at all. There. Okay. Oh. Alright, guys. Well, I've still got to eat and find a sweater. And not screw up the interview. So, I'm going to try to start streaming a little more often, be a little more consistent, but thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me brain vomit. I will see you guys in a couple of days. Bye, Vault. Bye, you guys. Thanks. Mwah.